Recently, I had physiotherapist Tom Barton on the podcast, who's worked with a lot of the Australian swimmers. And he was talking about how he was able to help a triathlete radically improve their range of motion, which helped them improve their catch, which helped them improve their swim speed. Now, in today's video, I want to show you the simple way that he was able to get them to improve that range of motion to be able to get that better catch. Hi, I'm Brenton Ford. If you are new to these videos, I'm a swim coach based in Australia, and I help swimmers and triathletes around the world become better swimmers through improved technique to help make them faster and more efficient. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about what Tom shared on our recent podcast episode. He was talking about how he had a client come into his clinic and she had limited range of motion with two tests, one being the combined elevation test and the other being the high elbow test up through here. Now, if you're tight and restricted through those movements, then it's very difficult to get a good catch position just because you don't have that range of motion through the shoulders. But something that he shared on that podcast can actually help you within the space of a couple of minutes, really improve that range of motion. And it just comes down to doing a couple of repetitions of this one exercise. Now, that exercise I'll share with you in a moment. What you might need before you do that is either a 1 or 2 kilo weight or a TheraBand or even just a drink bottle that's filled up. You could use that as well. Now, the exercise that he shared was a simple shoulder press exercise. So if you've got those 1 kilo dumbbells, he said to do around about 10 per arm, where you're going from here, then you're reaching up and you're rotating your shoulders and coming up in this direction, and you're letting the shoulder blade float out to the side. So your scapula is just coming out to the side. Let the shoulder come up here. Because he said one of the main mistakes that people make and they misinterpret things is they think you need to keep your shoulder down and back. Simply not true. Your shoulder blades have to be able to float out, come back in, float out, come back in throughout the stroke. Now with this exercise with the shoulder press, as you come up, reach up, get up to there, and then you come back and then you swap sides. And you should be doing this standing as well. And that little bit of a warm up, doing 10 reps on each side, can help improve your high elbow test, which can help you get that catch position. So by just doing that pre-activation before a session, it can really help you get into that range of motion a lot more comfortably. And then over time, outside of training, you can build up a little bit of strength in those opposing muscles that you'd be using through the catch position. Because he was saying that in order to be able to increase your range of motion, you've got to be able to strengthen the opposing muscles so that you can comfortably hold yourself in that position or move through that position. So that's the first thing. Now, what will that allow you to do, and why is it important to have that range of motion? Well, firstly, he talked about Dave Marsh, who's a swim coach based in the US. And something that he learned from Dave was that in order to get your catch, you want to think about having a big underarm or a big armpit. That's how you can set up a good catch position. And if you look at that with these swimmers here, you can see that's exactly what they've got, this nice big armpit full of water, compared to when you haven't got that large position. Let's say you're closed, you're jammed up through here, then you just can't physically get much purchase on the water because you don't have that surface area to work with. So if you're thinking of keeping a nice big armpit or underarm as you're reaching out and going through your catch, that can help you get into a nice high elbow catch position. And by doing some of that pre-activation before training, that can help warm up those muscles, give you a better range of motion, and allow that position to come a little bit easier. I've been doing this over the last couple of sessions since I spoke to Tom, and it's made quite a difference. So this is something that we're going to start to teach at our camps, and something that we're adding to our membership as well. So just remember, when you're going through your catch and your reach, think of having a nice open and a big underarm, and that will give you all this surface area that you can use to shift yourself forwards.